3. Rocks, soils and minerals. Hi dudes! Making up the majority of the Earth's crust, rock is usually defined as a mixture of common minerals. Rocks have been an integral part of the history of mankind, first being used as tools for hunting and defense, and for building materials to construct shelters and monuments. Soil may be defined as a mixture of organic as well as weathered rock materials present in the uppermost part of the Earth's crust. Soil is the top layer of the earth in which plants grow. It is a dark brown or black mixture, usually of mineral and organic constituents, clay and rock particles. A mineral is a pure inorganic substance that occurs naturally in the Earth's crust. Minerals can be described by various physical properties which relate to their chemical structure and composition. In this lesson, you will learn about rocks, soils, and minerals.
Unit 3. Rocks, Soils and Minerals. In the beginning, the Earth's crust was made up of thick layers of rocks. These rocks broke into pieces as a result of the action of the forces of nature. The sun heated the rocks, the rain cooled them, the water flowed over them, and the wind blew over them. Slowly, the rocks became soft and started cracking. This breaking up of the rocks went on continuously for years. In the beginning, there was no soil on the earth. It took many thousands of years for the soil to form. The soil that we see today is made up of fine sand, pebbles, gravel, clay, and the remains of plants and animals. The topmost layer of the Earth's crust forms the soil. Activity. Take some garden soil and place it over a piece of paper and see the different particles in soil. We can see bigger particles, gravel or pebbles, smaller particles, sand, fine particles, clay, and also dried leaves, sticks, and other wastes. Thus, soil contains humus, clay, sand, and pebbles. Layers of soil. The soil is made up of layers which are of different colors. Activity. Dig a deep hole in your garden and look at the sides of the hole and also look at the different types of plants and animals in soil. Layers of soil. Topsoil.
The uppermost layer of the soil is called topsoil. The top layer may be more than a few inches in thick and is dark in color.
It is mainly made up of loam, sand and clay, and humus, remains of plants and animals. The roots of most plants grow in this layer and take food from it. Humus makes the soil fertile. Subsoil. The soil below the top layer is called subsoil. It is light in color and is often grey or red. There is more sand in it. Only few plants or trees have roots long enough to reach the subsoil. Bedrock. If you dig deep enough to the bottom of the subsoil, you will reach a layer of stones and rocks. The upper parts of the rocks are soft and porous, while the lower rocks are hard and non-porous. Life in the soil. Activity. In groups, dig the soil in your garden and examine the soil carefully. List the different types of animals in it. Soil in our garden appears still and lifeless, but we find variety of plants and animals in it. There are plenty of very small microscopic animals like bacteria and fungi living in the soil. Small animals like ants, white ants, beetles, earthworms, sandworms, roundworms, grasshoppers, crickets, millipedes, centipedes, etc. also live in the soil. Bigger animals like rats, moles, rabbits also make their homes in the soil to live in. You must have seen thread like green and non-green plants also in the soil. Activities. 1. Take some soil and made a little mound. Pour water over it with a watering can and observe. 2. Place some soil over a piece of paper and blow air over it. Soon the soil on the top moves down sides along with the water, and also soil moves with air. Soil erosion. Soil does not remain stationary. Due to the action of wind and water, the soil is carried away from one place to another. The topsoil, being soft and light, is carried away more easily. This damages and wears out the soil, so the delicate balance between the topsoil and subsoil is disturbed. As a result, the life of plants and animals has to suffer. This removal of topsoil by wind and water is called soil erosion. Erosion by water. The rainwater and the rivers wash away the soil and deposit it at other places along with their flow. Plenty of soil is carried down from the higher lands to the plains due to the flow of water through hills. As a result, mud particles, fine sand, and minerals are gradually get deposited in the plains. The soil deposited by rivers is called silt. It is very fertile. Erosion by wind. The wind also erodes and damages the soil. Wind blows the soil away with great force and deposits it at other places. Thus, the fertile topsoil can be damaged most easily. Soil conservation. We have just seen how erosion by wind and water damages the soil. The actions of the eroding agents cannot be stopped because the water on earth will continue to flow and the wind will continue to blow. But we can save the soil from continuous damage. This protection of soil from erosion is called soil conservation. Plants need soil to grow as it provides nutrients to the plants. Soil can be conserved by following ways. 1. By planting plants and grass. The roots of these plants hold the soil firmly and prevent it from flowing away. 2. Constructing bunds and embankments. Floods eat away the soil along the banks. So, at places where the river water strikes against the bank, strong and firm embankments are constructed. Thus, the erosion of soil is prevented. 3. Making terraces.
Soil erosion on mountain slopes is prevented by making terraces. A terrace is a flat area cut on a slope for farming.
This reduces the force of the water flowing down. Conservation of soil is very important because if the soil is poor and loses its fertility, our crops would also be of poor quality. Let's revise the important points. 1. Soil is formed as a result of the breaking up of rocks. 2. Soil is found in layers. 3. Topsoil contains loam and humus. 4. Wearing and carrying away of soil by natural forces is called soil erosion. 5. The prevention of soil from erosion is called soil conservation. 6. Soil is conserved by planting plants and grass, making bunds and embankments, and making terraces.